So finally, the charade is over. This whole clown show that these guys have jumped through hoops and everything trying to avoid, it is over. The three dudes who are standing trial for X's murder have been found and convicted of murder and robbery, and also one of them convicted for having and pulling the trigger. They're all going to spend the majority, if not all of their lives, in prison, okay? The person who told on them, the truth teller, his name is Robert Allen. It was speculated that he was testifying for a recommendation to the judge. I believe his charges were going to get downgraded to maybe like accessory or some of the sort, accessory to murder and robbery. And they would actually recommend to the judge to sentence him to 5 years. Okay, so he's going to be getting out in the next 10 years, definitely. These guys who got convicted, who took it to trial, they're probably going to do life. Okay, so if you wonder why niggas tell, if somebody come to you and say, which it was probably easy to get him to flip, yo, everybody got 15,000, they gave you 5. They didn't give a fuck about you. If you tell on these fuck niggas, they gave you 5,000, we might only offer or give you 5 years. They're gonna get 50 years, 100 years. They're done. Anyway, this was the readout of the verdict.
All right, the verdicts appear to be in proper form. I will publish. In the Circuit Court of the 17th Judicial Circuit in and for Broward County, Florida, the state of Florida versus Diedrich Williams, verdict count 1. We, the jury, find as follows: as to the defendant, Diedrich Williams, in this case, the defendant is guilty of murder in the first degree as charged in the indictment. Count 2. We, the jury, find as follows: as to the defendant, Diedrich Williams, in this case, the defendant is guilty of armed robbery as charged in the indictment. Count 1.
Get him out of here, folks.
Find as follows: as to the defendant, Michael Boatwright, in this case, the defendant is guilty of murder in the first degree as charged in the indictment. During the course of the crime committed, did the defendant, Michael Boatwright,
This nigga thought his fucking turtleneck was gonna help him. No, you fucking criminal.
Actually possess a firearm? Yes. During the course of the crime committed, did the defendant, Michael Boatwright, actually discharge a firearm? Yes. During the course of the crime committed, did the defendant, Michael Boatwright, actually inflict death to Jase Onfroy as a result of discharging a firearm in his possession? Yes. Count 2. We, the jury, find as follows: as to the defendant, Michael Boatwright, in this case, the defendant is guilty of armed robbery as charged in the indictment.
So that's the nigga who shot X. The nigga with the turtleneck. Mr. Turtleneck, who looks, everybody in court just looked like, oh my God, he wouldn't hurt a fly. He's the one who shot X.
The crime committed, did the defendant, Michael Boatwright, actually possess a firearm? Yes. During the course of the crime committed, did the defendant, Michael Boatwright, actually discharge a firearm? Yes. During the course of the crime committed, did the defendant, Michael Boatwright, actually inflict death to Jase Onfroy as a result of discharging a firearm in his possession? Yes. Verdict, count 1. We, the jury, find as follows: as to the defendant.
Look at this nigga, man. Look at him, man. Nigga look like a Nigerian bank teller, man. Nigga thought he was coming to court all clean and shit. Look at this nigga, man.
Trayvon Newsom, in this case, the defendant is guilty of murder in the first degree as charged in the indictment. During the course of the crime committed, did the defendant, Trayvon Newsom, actually possess a firearm? Yes.
I ain't gonna lie, these niggas are some good criminals, though. Nigga, it's no way I'm not in here crying like a bitch. Nigga, snotty nose. Yo, the snot bubbles is coming up. Like, yo, these niggas is taking this shit really well. These guys are actually pretty good. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I mean, you can tell they're criminals. Like, yo, it's like they knew what was gonna happen. Me? like, hey, you know what fucked it up? I'm wiping the snot into my shit. Like all of that. Fuck that.
Count 2, we the jury find as follows: as to the defendant Trayvon Newsom in this case, the defendant is guilty of armed robbery as charged in the indictment. During the course of the crime committed, did the defendant Trayvon Newsom actually possess a firearm? Yes. So say we all this 20th day of March 2023 at Fort Lauderdale.
So he had a firearm. He didn't shoot. Okay, let's go back to look at that footage again. We're gonna be able to see when they actually shot X. Then, if now we know who did what. Let me see. Car. Let me see if we can find the footage. Here we go. There we go. Okay, so this is the one who's a Nigerian, who look like the Nigerian bank teller, and this is a tall nigga right here, which is Michael Boatwright. Okay, so Trayvon Newsom, Michael Boatwright. The other two niggas in the car is Dietrich Williams and the snitch, or not snitch, truth teller, Robert Williams. You know, he too fat, so this is where fat being actually helped him. Nigga, I'm like, imagine you going to a drill, I'm breathing heavy already. Be like, bruh, I can't even run if shit get too hectic. You know I'm slow, I'm fat. All right, you stay in the car. Perfect. Thank God. Yeah, him being fat saved him a lot of years. The rest of this, all the skinny niggas going to jail. The fat nigga is one who escaped. Think about it. So they pull up right here. So this is the tall nigga, the turtleneck nigga, and then this is whatever, the little scammer nigga. The uncle, he just dips. I still don't like this move. Why are you dipping, brother? They point the gun at him. I'm not too sure if they shot, but they point. They got the gun on X. I still don't think they shot X yet. X is still like struggling, I think. Oh, it's a short guy that ran around. Oh, that's the shot right there. That's the shot right there. That's the shot right there. The short guy runs around. They look over here to see if anybody's whatever. He runs around because they're trying to get the bag. They're also grabbing a necklace of his, but the necklace is still holding. Okay, he shot. See, that's where he shot. He shots. He shot again. Which is funny enough. His friend is right here. He almost shoots his friend. Damn, it looked like he may have let him. I forgot how many times they shot X, but it looked like he's shooting him. You could tell the shots are being fired because the way he just kind of jumps out the car or falls out the car, he could tell like, oh shit, like damn, this thing is shot. What the fuck? Yeah. Rest in piss to these niggas, man.
County, Florida, signed by the foreperson. Either side, which wish the jurors polled?
Yes, Judge.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Madam Clerk, you'll poll the jury?
Yes. Juror 1, are these your verdicts?
Yes.
Juror 5, are these your verdicts?
Yes.
Everybody
Juror
says yes.
8, are these?
Yes.
And Juror 11, are these your verdicts?
These are the prosecutors. Salute to these very beautiful women who handled this case. They did a great job of presenting the state's case and also did a great job of telling the judge that the fucking lawyers for these guys are wasting time.
Thank you.
That a jury's deliberations, discussions, and votes should remain their private affair as long as they wish it. Therefore, the law gives you a unique privilege with you.
I'm not sure who this was.
It will be up to you to decide whether or not, and the
Who is this? This looks like it might be somebody who's on the victim side, which is X's side. I don't know.
sacrifice you made in being with us these many days, and how important.
Look at this lawyer over here. Look at this lawyer over here. Buddy, now that the trial is gone, I could say it. I know you tried to get me on the stand or to do a deposition, nigga. I knew your client was going away for life, okay? Y'all niggas was outside my crib for like 20 weeks. I just skirted past every time. Yeah, y'all niggas was at the crib every day waiting for me, nigga. I seen y'all outside. I sent my girl out there. Yo, tell them bitch ass niggas to clear out before I really start getting shit hot with the cops over here. You know I call the police. The fuck? Y'all niggas is trying to get me to come. Hey, here's a deposition. Fuck out of here. We're not helping you out at all. And use this video on appeal. Y'all gonna have to catch me then too. He ain't getting no fucking appeal. He going to jail. Yo, y'all wasted a lot of funds for Florida State. Yo, they had process servers just outside my. I was like, at first I'm like, is that Rory? I'm like, Rory ain't want to spin again. I'm over here low now. I'm like, hold on, I know this thing ain't spinning again on me. I'm like, yo.
Call Dago.
Like, who the fuck is that? By the way, I have clear signs outside. You know, it's a long walk up. My property say, we only protected by guns and dogs. You come on the property, unless you're the police officer or Amazon Prime or FedEx. You might get anything. We don't know what's going on over here. But yeah, I try to serve me. Wasn't going to happen. I'm sorry, buddy. All right. Enjoy your time in prison. And, slurp some niggas up, man. Do what you got to do in there. Make sure you survive, buddy. All right. That's all I'm trying to say. They was trying their best. They was trying their best, man. This little fucking lawyer right here. Oh, Livingston Allen won't come to court. Well, Livingston Allen, shut the fuck up, nigga. Your client get life. Your Honor, could you put out? Could you like enforce the subpoena with Livingston Allen? He's been ducking it. Yup. Like, I got mad cameras around. Is that bitch? Well, they were sending a man and a woman. They would just stalk out. Fuck out of here. Now that the case is over, I can say it. And also, I don't live in Florida, so that Florida judge can't put out an arrest warrant to do nothing. Ain't that sweet? Y'all would have to ask New Jersey to enforce it, which they could put out a warrant for my arrest. But Jersey looking at it, even Jersey loves X. Fuck out of here. Come on, man. That nigga was going to jail. Look at this nigga's face. Look at him. I was waiting for the day. They sent one shit. The paper said, we are scheduling for March, or is it March or February 7th? I forgot the date. They wanted me to do a deposition at 3 p.m. and Drake to do a deposition at 4 p.m. Hold on, let me see if I can show y'all. Then the nigga would run to court. He said, Your Honor, he clearly knows we're trying to get him in here. He keeps talking about it on his stream. Duh! Come on, man. I love when your client went to jail. Fuck that. Really, it should be the death penalty them bitch ass niggas got. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna show you the paper. They was trying to get me in that bitch. Come on, man. I'm not gonna. You see? I'm not gonna, my nigga. Let me show you this shit. This was hilarious. They was trying. They was trying, brother. They was trying. All I knew, I just had to lay low until the trial was done. Y'all can't go back and start this shit again because I ain't show up. Your Honor, Livingston Allen, you don't want to come to court? I won't even show up to say nothing but he's guilty. Yo, Gunner, man, you could avoid the stand just like I did, gang. You ain't had to take a stand. Look at this goofy shit. Livingston Allen, can he come to court? We'll be taking the following virtual depositions on Wednesday, December 28th. Chat, I just never told y'all. These niggas was outside my house the whole time. I was like, oh, this is added security. Perfect. Please note that the defendant will take the following virtual depositions on blah, blah, blah by a member of whatever reporting before whatever. Wednesday 28th, Livingston Allen at 1 o'clock, then Aubrey Drake Graham at 1:30. Me and Drake, we got to dap it up over this. We both skated on them niggas. Come on, man. Fuck out of here. Skated on them niggas, man. Skated on them, man. Skated on these bitch ass niggas, man. Put me on no damn stand, nigga. I don't know nothing about y'all case. Big W, chat. Case over. You know what's the funny thing? I'm gonna try to show up to sentencing. Ah, man, sentencing like the 10th. I just want to show up to be like, oh shit, I didn't even know y'all niggas wanted me here. I was just here to make sure he gets life. I got a weird government name. Chat, it is what it is, man. All right. Okay, so what's gonna happen? Let's kind of, be a little surgical in how we talk about it. So, this nigga is probably gonna get life. He's the reason why this. And by the way, you know what's so funny? And this is where I realized there was such a. I see why taxpayers get mad a lot of times. Think about this. A nigga who's broke as shit. Just think about this. I just want y'all to think about this. This fucked me up about this whole case. This dude killed XXXtentacion for $15,000. That was his share of the money taken. $15,000. Let me ask you what you think a process server cost. By the way, he didn't pay for it. It's the state of Florida because they have to give you reasonable means to defend yourself. And it's just so it wasn't me. They try to do it to Joe Budden. They try to. Well, I think he lives like in a building. They try to do it to Joe Budden. They try to do it to Drake. Clearly, they were trying to do it to the Migos. They were trying to do it to like 50 people. Right? I was doing the math. These niggas had people outside my house for 2 fucking months. 2 months every day, morning to nighttime, every day. 2 months. They went to few places that I have businesses at. Went there, blah, blah. Like, they were on the hunt every day. Every day. And I thought about it for a second. I said, I don't know how much this costs, but I guarantee this costs more than $15,000. And it made me realize, I said, a fucking idiot who's on trial for killing a nigga for $15,000. The state is paying maybe triple that or maybe 10 times that to try to get him justice. If that's not a waste of taxpayers' resources, what is? The nigga threw away his life for $15,000. Yet the state pays $100,000 to give him the amenities that he could go chase down people that got nothing to do with the case. But who's paying for it? Who's paying for an idiot like this to mount a bullshit legal defense when he did some dumb shit for $15,000? The good tax-paying citizens of Florida. A nigga like this, I know, listen, is really innocent until proven guilty. But a nigga like this, he's dumb as he looks. You get this troll-ass attorney who is in court every day. Judge, we need more resources. The judge is granted all type of budgets, all type of shit. They're just misusing the shit. This guy's a waste man. Anyway.
How serious I service for 12 whole months.
Then you see this nigga right here. Apparently he's in court cheesing. He's blowing kisses to bitches. He's doing goofy shit in court. You could tell he don't got no remorse. I hate when like a nasty, scummy thug puts on a glasses and a turtleneck and tries to look like he's a scholar. This nigga is nothing more than a piece of gum under your shoe. Piece of shit. But of course in court he looks presentable. Don't he look presentable like a motherfucker? He look like he could be giving a speech. He looked like the nigga in front of the class raising his hand. Put little glasses on. He ain't had no glasses on when he was killing niggas. He ain't had no turtleneck on when he was doing that bullshit. He had a hoodie on, nigga. 20/20 visions. All he saw was 50s and 100s. Bitch ass nigga. Look at this nigga right here. Look, he's shouting out niggas in the crowd. Man, go to jail, nigga. Go to fucking jail, nigga. You see this nigga, he's like shouting niggas out. Nigga like this, man, if y'all X fans really ride for X, y'all should find out which prison he go to, nigga. Y'all should be calling that prison every day. Yo, that nigga called me from a cell phone. Rate his shit. He called me from a cell phone from his cell. Rate his shit. Put this nigga in the hole every day. Think this shit is a joke. If y'all X fans really on y'all shit, y'all gotta find out which prison he gets sent to. And y'all should be hitting up that warden daily. Oh yeah, Michael Boatwright just called me. I don't know how he got a phone. He FaceTimed me. Wait, y'all got iPhones down there? We'll check on it. That nigga getting a fucking anal cavity search. Where's the phone? Where's the phone, nigga? Where in your fucking booty hole is the phone, nigga? Yes. That's what y'all not going hard enough. Look at him. Yo, I just want to shout out to my homie down there. You know, that's my homie G-Rod over there. I got to just shout him out. Look at this shit. This nigga like he have a good time. He just got found guilty of murder. He grinning, laughing. What's there to laugh about? What? Nigga blowing kisses? Oh, this is getting out of control. This is getting out of control, bro. The nigga blowing kisses. He's shouting niggas out, laughing. Really, he's the fuck nigga that made everybody. Well, I'm not gonna excuse none of them either, but he's the dude because they're all guilty because they decided to bring guns. When you bring guns, niggas could die. He's the nigga who pulled the trigger. He's the reason why X ain't here today. And he's the nigga in court, grinning, laughing, smiling, and giving head nods to his little homies in court. Remember that name. He gets sentenced on April 10th. I'm going to tell y'all April 20th, which prison he going to go to. Okay? Michael Boatwright, the other nigga name is Trayvon Newsom. I'll give y'all a nice way if y'all want to write them some letters. You know, just tell them to keep their heads up. You know what I mean? Whatever you want to do. I'll give you a way to contact these niggas when they get sentenced. This nigga just has a stuck on stupid face. I don't know. I don't even know how to read him. He just has this stuck on stupid face, my nigga. The whole time, he's just stuck on stupid. It's not like he's smiling, not like he's crying. He's not mad. He's not upset. He's not happy. He's just stuck on stupid. This nigga right here. I don't know why this gets me. When I watch this shit, it gets me so angry, bro. I swear it gets me so angry. And I'm usually numb to some of these things. Yeah, his little homies ain't show up. He ain't shout nobody up. Out. All right. Yeah, in the longer version, pretty much like they call for, they pretty much call all the attorneys because apparently most of these guys, and this is a sad thing too, those guys were already on, there's two of them who was already on parole or probation. So there were some guys, like they were already out on bail for some other shit or they're already on some supervised release and they did that shit. So before they get sentenced, they also got to solve, okay, how does this affect their parole or probation, which pretty much they're going to just say you're being held, which they're going to be held anyway because they're found guilty of murder. So it's kind of crazy. I was watching the whole thing. I was waiting to see, like, I'm asking y'all, I'm not saying the family should have done this. By the way, salute to the mom of X, salute to Cleo. Salute to DJ Scheme. Salute to my man Solomon, who was the manager and close friend of X. Salute to everybody who, was with X or knew him or was close with him or had any type of personal relationship with him. I understand. I like watching the videos when like the nigga about to get sentenced or like you get found guilty and it was somebody from the family just jump over and just start punching that nigga. I love watching those. And I always just say, damn, like, you're going to get arrested for the day or whatever the case is because you did that. But I could see why, man. It's just something. It's just, and I was watching this thing and I'm like, there's a time where all the bailiffs, or I mean not the bailiffs, but the like law enforcement, because there's mad law enforcement in the court. You know, obviously it's a big case. They kind of like leave them alone, and the lawyers all go to talk to the judge. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, if there was ever time to try to like go set it off on one of these bitch ass things, it would be right now. If somebody kills your relative, right? Let's say they kill your homie, your best friend, or your brother, and now you in sentencing and you see an opportunity to hop over and get that nigga a little Reese 300 combination. Are you gonna go do it? Would y'all go snuff that nigga? You gonna get locked up. But I ain't gonna lie, it probably is worth it. It gotta be satisfying. It gotta be satisfying a little bit. Somebody say not worth it? Man, a little assault charge, it to me is definitely worth. That nigga killed, like, first of all, you're gonna get that shit pled down. That shit's gonna be a misdemeanor in reality, right? Like, unless you're a criminal too. If you're a criminal too, you shouldn't be going to court. But if you just a regular like citizen and you do some shit like that, I don't know, like the pain and hurt you've probably been feeling for years while waiting for this moment, nigga, you just want to break that nigga up one real quick time, even if you get just 2 punches off, like pap, that's it. Somebody said, mind you, act not gonna do shit. I mean, you're gonna think nobody's gonna do shit until a relative get killed. It's easy to say nobody's gonna do shit until you see the nigga who killed your brother right there. Of course, maybe if it's just a nigga you dislike, you don't punch up on him. But a nigga who killed your relative, he in court, he's smiling, he head nodding, blowing kisses, doing all goofy shit. I don't know. I'm just saying, there's a lot of emotions being managed. Like I watched that. I watched while they were waiting for the whole thing going on. I see a lot of people cry. I see a lot of people heartbroken. Like what people don't realize when someone dies and it goes to a trial, whether even the person that did it gets locked up, there's family members, girlfriends, kids. There's so many people who their life is hanging on this result. And people want justice. People want their family member to come home. Like people are emotionally charged. People feel guilty themselves. If you've ever lost anyone in your family, I think this is very natural, especially among certain people in the family. My mom is like this. Like I lost my uncle. My mom has been mad at, and obviously some personal shit, but I always share a lot with y'all. My mom been almost mad at, people in the family more than the people who did it. Like, because like in her mind, she's like, well, if y'all weren't living like this with him right before he died, he wouldn't have to make these choices that led to his death. Right? So some people, like a lot of people take they take almost responsibility, or it gets more personal than just some random person killing them, right? So people really be holding on to these things and shit. I'm just saying. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, all right. I think we're done with that case till now. It will be a thing of spectacle when they get sentenced. That's the only time I would definitely show up to court. 100%. If they call me to be a witness testifying for them niggas to get life, like, so that's how this is how it goes in a sentencing. They're gonna say, because you have to have impact statements from the victim and their families. Now the victim is dead, which is X. So maybe the mom is gonna get up there and be like, yo, losing my son did this to me. This is what we've been dealing with. This is how much he meant to me. The judge is going to take that into consideration and make his decision. Now, there's going to be people that's for these guys who say, yo, listen, I don't know how they got caught up in this, but they're not a bad person. They've been doing really good things. And I don't think, like, obviously they messed up, but they shouldn't get the harshest extent of the law. They shouldn't get punished to the fullest extent of the law. That's the only time I'll get on the stand. I'll be like, yo, X was an angel. Them niggas are demons. Give him life. I ain't gonna lie, man. Sorry, Chad. I'm still dealing with a little bit of hurt because of this. But it didn't feel good watching them niggas get found guilty. The process worked. I was getting a little frustrated because it took a long time for the verdict to be read.
The murder trial. Pull
All right.
up on it.
Enough of that. Cool. We got much more topics to get to, people. Appreciate y'all being here. Let me do a Let me do a where we at with it? Let me do a roll call.